We're a little short.
What's that? A little short? Huh. It's just my wife is watching. That's funny. All right. Hello there. Happy Friday. Sure. Why don't you come in early? This is Athena, Rose. Are you excited for a 3-day weekend?
Yes.
Yes. How's school?
Good.
Good. Wow.
I gotta share my presentation today.
You got to share your presentation. What kind of presentation was it? Was it PowerPoint?
It was a Google slideshow.
Google slideshow. So
about Arizona.
She does slides. Chip off the old block. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad. We're gonna have fun this weekend.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna involve water.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on over here, Mason. The guy with the green sock and an orange sock. Too bad you can't see it. But yes, he has 2 different fluorescent socks on because he just went for a little run around the neighborhood. It was a little warm right now. A little warm. How was school this week?
Good.
Good. So good. That's so descriptive. How's everything? Good.
It was actually good because my teacher is really nice.
Oh, well, that's good. Teacher's really nice. You ready for some cool pool time?
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna go celebrate Grandpa's birthday.
Same.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys can spray and stick around and watch. I've got a couple other kids that are busy doing work, I guess. Anyhow, let's go ahead and begin. Get right into it. So, quantitative economic decision science major from UC San Diego, 29 years in business, Orange County native, Capital Valley High School grad, 9 kids, avid runner. I brought 6, the ones on the right. My wife brought 2, these 2. I adopted her, she adopted mine. We had that bonus baby there, 2.5 years old, that Zeke Deeky Doo. And I've been all over the place as far as the press is concerned, and our company's reports on housing. And it's your local real estate snapshot. And basically, we're all about talking about what's going on in the market and setting expectations for right now, today. And most reports talk about closed sales data. I'll talk a little bit about closed sales data. I'm actually going to talk about it with luxury closed sales, but because that's a snapshot that isn't really talked about that much. You can get your hands on closed sales data. It's not really going to help you going forward as far as how the market's doing right now and where we're going in the future. Rather, especially now that we're into September, what's the market look like right now? What does the active listing inventory look like right now? That's supply. What does demand look like right now? Last 30 days worth of pending sales. And from that, we get the velocity. What is the expected market time? The amount of time it would take to place your home on the market and go into escrow down the road. These are this is what we like to gauge. I'm looking at quite a few different other metrics because of COVID and just getting an idea of where we're at and where we're going. And so it's all about setting expectations. So we have reports that dot all over Southern California, in LA, Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, and San Diego. And the most recent report came out almost 2 weeks ago, this coming up Monday. San Bernardino, Riverside got this report this week. It was Orange County, San Diego, and Los Angeles are getting theirs this coming up Monday. So San Bernardino, Riverside got it this week. We're going to see the coastal counties get a new one this coming up Monday. We crunched the numbers, kind of bringing you the macro numbers for all of Southern California, but know that there's a report that's coming on Monday. So this was all about really strong fundamentals and talking about that. If you subscribe to the report even today, you'll get the most recent report and you'll get an additional report coming up Monday, like I said, if it's along the coast. So go to reportsonhousing.com, REPORTS on housing.com, and click on subscribe. And we have a sample report section, so you can see exactly what the full report looks like. I've gone into it in prior episodes before, but you can get the sample there. It comes out every 2 weeks, like I talked about, and it's all about, and there's a bunch of links at the bottom of the report as well for copy, cut, edit, paste, and also for printing it out and all that good jazz. So you get a month free if you sign up using the coupon code, all one word, Labor Day, no space, Labor Day. Why Labor Day? Because we get to celebrate and have a day off because we labor so hard. Labor Day. And I'd like to thank our incredible sponsor. That's my buddy and your buddy, Kevin Buddy, at Monarch Coast Financial. Just one of the nicest guys that I know, great guy. And his company, it's more than one kind of borrower, more than one kind of loan. And it is, at Monarch Coast Financial, they can handle everything from full doc loans to alternative documentation loans to investor financing loans to private money loans. So everything from full doc to private money, everything in between. And if you want somebody with absolute experience, it's Kevin Buddy. He's been helping people finance their get financial solutions for a very long time and isolating their dream homes. And since 1976, he's been doing this. So Kevin Buddy's been doing this for a very, very long time. He's with Monarch Coast Financial. Contact Kevin Buddy today. Let him help you. And you can reach him at 949-422-2075. That's 949-422-2075. Thanks again, Kevin Buddy, for your continued sponsorship. Now let's get into some summer fun photos. Summer fun photos. I need some sort of musical introduction to it, but that's as good as I can do. Yeah, there's a guitar. I don't know how to play the guitar.
Yeah, just go on.
Yeah, thanks. I have a bunch of directors. They're kids. My wife has set everything up, and now she's left, and I have kids that are telling me how to do this presentation right now. So, summer fun photos, there we go. Wash your friggin' hands. Gosh. That's Napoleon Dynamite. You have to actually see the movie to understand that. My kids are looking at me like, that's not very funny. That's because they haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite. We have now entered level 9 of 2020. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Where's that from?
And then, at the end of every month in 2020, I feel like Oompa Loompa should come out and sing a song about all the lessons we should have learned in the past 30 days. But the Oompa Loompas didn't come out. Potential buyer. Hi, I'm looking to buy a house. How's the market? Me. Remember back in May when you were looking for toilet paper? Yeah, just like that. This was brilliant in summing up how hot the market is. It's very hard to understand how hot the market is. This kind of sums it up. It's kind of like looking for toilet paper if you're a buyer trying to isolate a home. Florida social distancing. I thought this was great. Should have done this last weekend. We went to the beach. We just grabbed towels, went straight to the water, and frolicked in the water. Won't be going this weekend because I'm sure with 100-degree weather it's going to be just bamboozled with people. Due to COVID-19, Sweet Caroline is banned. There will be no touching hands, touching me, reaching out, touching you. That's my impression of the song. That's how the song goes. My kids are looking at me like I'm crazy. I want you guys to go and...
I know the song, it's just your singing.
Oh, my singing, because I know the song is just your singing. Wow, a bunch of harsh critics here in the household. All right, so get right into the Southern California housing market. Spring market is where we still kind of are at. We're getting more towards that summer market, but really we're going into what I refer to as the autumn market. But because spring happened during the summer is kind of happening during the fall, and I'll tell you what's going to transition this thing to a real fall market momentarily. But right now, housing, it couldn't be hotter. I've used all these different terminologies, as hot as lava, spicy, peppers, flames, sun, glass, blowing glass. So yes, it's just a combination of them all. It's very, very hot out there. And the active listing inventory, as far as it's concerned, as of yesterday, this is a brand new slide, doesn't look that much different. It's kind of different. I would love to say that it's the lowest level since 2012. It's the lowest level since April 2013, actually. But I'm gonna this area right now, these last couple weeks, yesterday and 2 weeks ago. Why am I saying it that way? Because I think we can actually go down a little bit more than where we're at right now, but I'm going to go over what the numbers were week to week. But lowest level since tracking ever was March in 2013 at 24,161. So remember that, 24,161. This is where we're at right now, 25,476. So we need to get to 24,631. We're going to get to this number. It's just a matter of when. When is it going to happen? I think it's going to happen by the time we get to right around October or November, but definitely once we get into the holidays, this will probably stay pretty flat and then come down a little bit. And we'll start off next year with the lowest level ever. So, last year we were at 42,139 at the same time. That's 65% difference. But look at this. So the difference in 2 weeks yesterday, 3 more homes. So while that's why I kind of like put an asterisk by it's the lowest level since 2013. But you have to understand that this is 3 homes higher than 2 weeks ago. After doing all the number crunching, there are 3 more for sale signs in all of Southern California in a 2-week period as far as actively on the market as of yesterday. So not a big gigantic change that you almost never see in this gigantic of an area, but that's the way it all worked out. Where are we going to go from here? It's going to be, it's like this flat, slightly down. It's not going to be like what we normally do, where we normally are coming down quite a bit. Not until we get towards the end of the year, when some people have been successful, been on the market for quite some time, are going to pull their homes off the market. And yes, there are homes out there that have been on the market for more than 60 days that that are not finding success, either because of overpriced or a myriad of other reasons. I've actually done a report based upon that back in July. But those people will probably pull their homes off the market as we drive towards the holidays. So COVID-19 is not suppressing supply. I'm going to get into the numbers. I did August. I'm going to have to work with these numbers as best as possible. These numbers will actually change because we're only a few days into September. Some people place their homes on the market and backdate it back to September, and that's what I got to go with, but I haven't quite got the complete numbers, but wanted to get you as much as I possibly could. 2019 had 23,673 homes placed on the market in the month of August. That was 2019. In 2020, we had 23,848. It's actually up 1%. Remember when I did this last year, it was down 1%? Well, now it's up 1%. The number of new for sale signs in August compared to 2019 in the various different counties. LA up 8%. Orange County up 10%. 10% more homes came on the market in Orange County August over August. And gosh, I hope that's because there are so many subscribers to the Orange County Housing Report, because I've been doing it so long. We have like 2,200 subscribers in Orange County that we're able to get the word out that this is the time to place your home on the market. This is why so many, that San Diego and Los Angeles, San Bernardino, Riverside have this opportunity to use the report to explain how hot the market is to get homeowners to place their homes on the market right now. Riverside's flat year over year as far as August is concerned, number of homes coming on the market. San Bernardino, they were down 15% last month, the prior month in July. Now it's down 11%. So the COVID-19 still has a grip on San Bernardino, and I don't know what happened in San Diego. I'm interested to see if this changes at all over the course of the next week. But the San Diego right now is off 8% month over month for the month of August. I don't know what's going on in San Diego. They actually had the fewest, the lowest percentage year over year change when I was comparing this year to last year for each month, but then all of a sudden it did this. So this is interesting. I will continue to watch this. But overall, up 1% for all of Southern California. And then you can see LA and Orange County way up. So Southern California housing demand, COVID-19 is not suppressing the demand at all. And it's extremely hot. Demand is hot, and here's where it's at right now. This is where we're at. If I draw a line across, I couldn't say lowest level since 2012 because demand's actually coming down. If you look at this, there's a tiny little curve to it. It's just teeny tiny. It's right there. But if you, I'm going to blow this thing up and show you what it looks like right now. But still, they're at the highest levels. These last 3 readings are at such high extreme levels that it still goes way back to 2012. And this is where we are at right now. But you can see tiny little slope down. What is that? It's at 21,313. That's the number of pending sales over the last 30 days. And that's actually down 1% in 2 weeks. So not a gigantic change, but a change. We're starting to see demand come down. And last year we were at 15,630. That's 27% fewer pending sales than where we're at today. So you can see our still market's really hot. It's supposed to come down right now. It's just not coming down that fast. It's kind of plateaued way over here. You can see this was last year. This was the 2017. This is 2018. Normally it goes down. It only went down slightly. The market is still extremely hot, and that's what it does during the summertime. It kind of flattens out, and it's kind of where we're at right now. Kind of a summer market. Not as hot as the spring, which is right here, but nonetheless, it's still elevated. And normal peak it happens right over here, right around mid-April. Instead, we had the peak, and that was 2 weeks ago. So I can officially say we've peaked a couple weeks ago. So that's where we peaked for the year, but we didn't really come down that much yet. And where are we going to go for the rest of the year? It's going to go down just a little bit, and then it's going to really come down quite a bit. Not a lot, but normal for autumn market and holiday market. But when does our autumn market start? Our autumn market typically starts when kids go back to school. It's called the fall market. Fall. People go, Mom, Stephen, it's slowing down. I say it's called fall. That's what's going on. And if you look at it, that's when we have a drop in demand and the supply drops. So we're just starting to see it right now. Not anything gigantic, just a tiny bit. And that's because kids typically go back to school. But I know what's happening in Southern California. Kids aren't back in school yet. Instead, they're doing this online thing. And when they do this online thing, I think that it juices demands because it allows people to continue to move. And as far as San Diego's concerned, they're going to go back to school at the end of September. Even Orange County can go back towards the end of September. We just got something from Capitol Valley Unified School District. They're going back starting in October. So it's, I think, 4th and 5th grade is October 5th, and October 6th is 6th, 7th, and 8th. That was the email that we got just today. And high school goes back the following day on the 7th or something like that. So that's when kids go back to school. So that's a lot of extra time where the kids are here. We can still make a move and all that. And then we're getting towards the holidays. But I think it's going to muck up things. Usually families don't like to move in the midst of school year. But right now with interest rates being so low and so much online learning going on, because they're going to even go to a blend, so they're still doing online, it's still going to be it's going to push more people to purchase that ordinarily would just hang it up and wait until next spring. So, and what is that fuel that is energizing the market so much, and why is it such a hot market? We've talked about it, these darned low interest rates. And I say darn low interest rates because, I mean, I like the amount of, I like to see the market doing well, but I just don't like to see it pumping like it is right now, where it is feverishly hot. It's a feverish pitch out there, and it's to me it's too hot when we see appreciation at too rapid of a level. That doesn't mean we're inflating anything right now, but it's unsustainable to do this for a few years. So right now we're going at too fast of a speed on the freeway, but I don't think it's going to last through a couple of years. But I do think the rest of 2020 and the first half of 2021 being the spring market is going to be a relatively hot market. And we'll get into my forecast later on down the road as to where I think it's going to go, but not today. I put my forecast together in this month, and I try to get it all ironed out for October. And interest rates, this is a print as of yesterday. This is Freddie Mac's weekly survey. It's at 2.93. It was at 2.91 last week. A couple weeks prior, it was at 2.88%. We're just traveling around at a record low levels in the twos, which is absolutely unheard of. So just understand that's what's fueling everything. And as long as this 10-year treasury stays really low, we're going to have these low interest rates. As a matter of fact, It should actually be lower. I've done the calculations. It should be less than 2.5% right now if you go by what the normal spread between the 10-year and 30-year is. The reason I follow the 10 years because this is how interest rates work. It follows this 10-year. This is all the way over here. We actually get to December of 2018. That's when we had 5%. And then last year, we just saw the 10-year continue to go down until we hit this. This is 3.5%. And then we came up here. There's 3.75% until it started to drop because of COVID. And that's when we got all the way towards 3 and then below 3. The spread actually needs to be it would indicate that we would be even lower. But I just don't think we're going to go much lower than where we're at right now. There's a myriad of different reasons, but I'm following a lot of that stuff. I don't think it's going to be, the spread's going to be fixed until we start seeing better economic numbers for the overall economy. Well, we're seeing great numbers right now, don't get me wrong. It's just when we start to see this 10-year, that means the economy is starting to do better when we start to see it go up. Something I'm watching, and the expected market time for all of Southern California is hot. I don't know why that's there. That's funny. It is hot. See that? It's just hot. It was hot before COVID, then it did this, and then it is really hot right now. Yesterday we were at a 36-day expected market time. It actually went up a half. So we were at 35.5 2 weeks ago. We're at 36 days. Not a big change. You're not even going to notice that in the marketplace right now. It doesn't feel like fall yet because we're still at that really low level. However, SoCal last year we were 81 days, and this is the difference between this year and last year. And where are we going to go from here? Well, first of all, I want you to know the best of 2020 was 2 weeks ago, kind of like the best of demand was 2 weeks ago. And where we're going to go from here, it's going to go slightly up. And then it'll go up a little bit faster once we hit the holidays, because demand will drop even more in the month of December. We'll have to stay tuned though, because I've seen hot Decembers before, so we'll just see. This might just be continue to be flat, maybe up slightly. Not as steep as what I have here. Just know home values are on the rise right now, and the expected market time in Los Angeles from 2 weeks ago to today, or to yesterday, 45 days, same. Orange County is at 38 days, down 1. Was at 39 2 weeks ago. Riverside County, 30 days, the same. San Bernardino, 25 days, the same. And San Diego, 32 days, up 1. So really not a lot of movement, which is typical right before we start to slow a little bit more as we get further deeper into September and October. But I just don't think that's going to happen until kids start really going back to school. Like I said, here for us, it's not happening until October. For San Diego, it might be the end of September. And then for LA, San Bernardino, and Riverside, you're not there yet. And we'll get into that in a little bit. Demand dropping, I had 2 on this list 2 weeks ago. It's now 3 on the list. So is demand dropping? Yes, or as last week. We had 2, now it's 3. Riverside County dropped 2% in the last 2 weeks, 71 fewer pending sales for demand. San Bernardino County down 1% off 27 pending sales, but still down. It's pretty consistent. So when I start seeing this, it's something that I'm seeing, something you're not feeling. San Diego County, a bit more, down 3%, down 130. This is significant enough where there is a little bit of a palpable feel in the market that it's slowing down a bit. So, but they also had their inventory drop at the same time, but just not as rapidly as demand. And that's why their expected market time actually dropped, or actually increased. It got a little bit slower in San Diego. Supply dropping. How about this one? Orange County had a drop in their supply of 1.6%, normal for fall. And that's down 68 pendings. See, I took 68 listings. I knew there was one that I had messed up on, so we'll just go like this. San Bernardino is down 1.5%, only 38 fewer listings. And San Diego is 0.1% down. That's 3 fewer listings. Pretty hilarious. So let's get into luxury. What's going on in luxury land? Well, here's what's going on in luxury. I have to show you this stuff because it is messing with the median sales prices. We're getting these record median sales prices across the board. Does that mean we're appreciating as much as those medians are showing? Not necessarily. So what's reported by CoreLogic and then it gets reported in papers and on the news and everywhere else, it's CoreLogic's numbers. But that's why I like to take it more over a long period of time. But now there's a mix issue, and the most expensive side of the market is actually doing the best. The whole overall market's doing absolutely fantastic, don't get me wrong. But even the luxury end is really going gangbusters. And if you see this is Southern California luxury clothes sales. You can see, if I draw a line across, it is the highest ever. This is absolute incredibly high numbers, and it's actually 2 months in a row, and this will continue. You can see this is a breakout. This is a breakout for the month of July and a breakout for the month of August. And what I do is I take a look at all the top, about right around the top 10% of the marketplaces. So it's 650,000 plus for San Bernardino and Riverside County. It's 1.25 million plus for Orange County and San Diego, and it's 1.5 million plus in Los Angeles. I take all those numbers together and put them into this. But I will show you what's going on in each of those counties as well momentarily, because it really tells a story. So this was, that's the month, that's July, this is August, and August of 2020, we were at 2,688. That's up 55% year over year. That's the purple line and the green line. That's a 55% year over year gain. July was at 2348, a 30% year over year gain. And June was at 1648. It was down 5%. This is the month of June. And then this was May, and it was off by 51%. But it doesn't even matter. After I aggregate everything total, and April was off 45% as well. This is April. So 921, it happened 2 months in a row, 921, 921, 1648, 2348, 2688, and you can see the momentum in the market right now is really going gangbusters in the upper end. So SoCal January through August in luxury is 2019 was at 12,162 and in 2020 12,621, so it's up 4%. But the highest ever was 2018, and that was at 12,938 through August. Now I'm here to tell you that in September, 2020 will surpass this record in September, and it's going to keep on going and adding to that record, because you can see what the momentum is. The momentum is these far out green lines. So you could just see that there is a change afoot, at least for luxury. This is where we're going for the rest of 2020, it seems, because I'm not seeing it really let up that much. So we just did that. LA, this is where we are in Los Angeles, highest ever. And this is June, July, that's August. August is up 32%, 850 closed sales above 1.5 million in LA. And July, 807, that was up 21% year over year. And this is Orange County. If I draw a line across, you can't even see it, so skinny right here, but this is amazing. Highest level ever in Orange County. This is 1.25 million plus closed sales. This is July, this is August, and August was 558. That was up 53% year over year. July was at 464, up 12% year over year. And this is Riverside County. If I take a look at that, it also is the highest level ever. Look at these spikes. And this is July, this is August, and Riverside is going nuts because they're 650,000 plus. Remember? 126%, so more than double the prior year, the number of closed sales above 650,000. And this last year is pretty consistent. So the last year was a great year for San Bernardino in luxury, and this year it's just a breakout year, 126%. So that's more than double. When it says 100% is double. And July 2020 is at 807. That was up 53% year over year. And then we have San Bernardino County at 2, highest level ever. And if you look at this, it too had a breakout, not quite like what we see in Riverside, but San Bernardino still is doing really well. 46% year over year, 245 closed sales above 650,000, 22% more in July of 2020 at 206. And then we have San Diego at 2. If you draw a line across, highest level ever. And, oops, I forgot to do the one extra slide. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, there it is. Put it in the wrong one. So if you look at this, August 2020 at 440, that's up 53% year over year. And then 417 in July, 57% year over year. Just absolutely phenomenal. But if I go backwards real quick, I wanted to show you, I actually break it down by somebody said, Stephen, can you tell me between a 2 and 4 during one of these things? I can't. I do this for every individual county, and it would take forever to go county by county, price range by price range, but you can see in this report for like Los Angeles, I do it attached, and the highest range is 2 million plus, because that's where it starts to really slow down for attached in LA. And then as far as detached, I break it down between 3 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 million plus, and everything before that, all homes. This is the same thing, so I got the 1.25 to 1.5, 1.5 to 2 million. So I break down all of them, talk about what the active listing inventory is, talk about what the demand is, last 30 days worth of pending sales, what's the expected market time. So, and what did it look like 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 1 year ago? You can really see the big difference. So, for instance, all homes, $6 million plus in LA is at 479 day expected market time. A year ago it was at 636. So it's better than it was last year, still 479 for 6 million plus. It's still going to take a long time to sell your home. So that's why you subscribe to the report, to get all the nitty-gritty details of all the different price ranges and all the different cities and areas if you're San Diego and Orange County. I mean San Diego and Los Angeles. We did this one. I had it out of order. Let's talk real quick about coronavirus. This is the world numbers, 26.4 million and 264,000. This is kind of a new record this last week, but it's kind of, you can still see it's plateaued. It was like 262, now it's 264. So, I mean, we've kind of plateaued. It's kind of been sticking around here, and we'll see where it goes from here. I did want to show you something that happened in Spain. Remember how bad Spain was before, and then they got better? And then I think this is what happens when everybody's no longer mindful and gets tired and weary from COVID-19 and even talking about it, and everyone doesn't wear masks and stuff like that. You get this kind of thing, and Spain spiked like crazy. That's not good. But they have 489,000 total. They're about the size of California. 8,400 is the average for the last week. That's the 7-day moving average. And they have about 7 million more people than California, which is roughly right around 60 million. And France is having an issue, not quite as bad as the other. They're 347,000 total cases now, and their average for the last 7 days is 5,600 for the last 7 days. Every day, 5,600. And they actually have their population is 70% more than the United States. So France has a better grip than they do in Spain. Spain has a bit of an issue right now. And this is the United States. Where are we going at the United States? 6.2 million. And it's averaging right now 40,000 for the last 7 days. Before we got used to 32,000. We think this is a great number, but we still need to get this thing down further. We kind of plateaued, but now we're coming down a little bit. We'll see where it goes from here. I do want to say, we want to point out all of the knuckleheads. These are the 18 to 24-year-olds. That's that subset that goes to college. You can't really read this, but I want to tell you, University of Alabama has the biggest outbreak, 1,367 cases. And it's Alabama, Columbia, Chapel Hill, it's North Carolina, Auburn, Alabama, Illinois, Alabama, North Carolina, Idaho, or Iowa, sorry. This is where they're having an issue at colleges, and a major issue. When you have 1,367 cases at University of Alabama at Birmingham, it's kind of an issue. So this is COVID-19 test results per day. We're still not below 5%. We need to test more. I think we've got those nasal, not the nasal, but I think it's a saliva test that's coming out shortly. And it should come out this September, so we can get this positivity rate below 5%, because we did it for like a day and then it keeps on going up. So 6.1%. We need to see this below 5%. We need to do more testing. We're at 723,000 tests yesterday. We need to be at 1 million minimum. 1.5 million is where we need to be on a daily basis. We'll get there with a better testing kits that we all can do, and that's supposed to come out later on this month. And I'm here to say, I've got this mask, and this is not a political statement at all. I wear a mask. I wear a mask just about everywhere I go. I'm a soccer coach. I wear a mask the whole entire time. Why? Okay, it can save 121,000 lives. This just came out from the University of Washington. It's been right on the money as far as deaths are concerned. Matter of fact, it's typically been a little bit too low, and then we've surpassed it. We were supposed to be at what they talked about, this 100, where we're currently at death-wise. Originally, when they were prognosticating where it was going to be, it was supposed to be in October, and we're already there at the beginning of September. So what they're saying, though, is this green line is where we would be if we all wore masks, but instead, this is the most likely line. This is if we didn't wear masks and do nothing at all and didn't social distance and didn't shut things down. So we're not there, that's easing. But the projection right now is 410,000 deaths based upon what we're doing right now. Versus, we'd have 121,000 fewer deaths if we all wore masks. So I'm not, this is not political to me, this is all about, hey, let's save 121,000 lives, period. California, this is where we're at, 727,000 cases in all of California, 4,885 is the 7-day average, that's the moving average, and look, that's good. This looks good. This was a mistake because the database broke down, the server broke down, so this should be more circular right here, but you can see we're going the right direction. Very happy because we haven't been there since we all started this thing. I was going, man, when's this thing going to go down? We're going down. Things look better. And as far as unlocking counties is concerned, it's just San Diego and Orange County that is moving on to the next level. And these are the levels. San Diego's already in this level. They've already made it there. So their education is going to be able to open up a little bit sooner than Orange County. And this is the state. This is the metrics. They're at 10.9 positive cases per day per 100,000 and 6% positivity rate. So that's not good. That's why all this is in purple. Purple means you are totally closed. And that means it's a widespread problem. Pink means substantial problem. This is all new, and it's taken me like a week to get through this all and to kind of understand this thing even more. So, and this is moderate, and then this is minimal. So these two counties are very minimal. So here's what this means. These are the different. What you have to have is if it's greater than 7 as far as this means it's widespread. This is the rate per 100,000, and testing positivity is if it's greater than 8%. So we got to look at these metrics, and 4 to 7 is where you go to be in the red range, and 5 to 8% in test positivity. You have to do both in order to move from one quadrant to the next, and you have to be in the quadrant. Even if you qualify for one of these other quadrants, you can only move to another quadrant every 3 weeks. So even if your numbers look like this and you're over here and all of a sudden they look really good, you have to wait 3 weeks to go to here, then you have to wait 3 weeks and then you go to here. So that's how it currently is set up. And if you drill down, LA is at a 13.1 positivity rate. Remember, what you want to remember is 7. So when you're greater than 7 or testing positivity rate of 8. 10.2, 13.1 and 5% positivity rate. So they're okay here, not okay here. That's why they're stuck there. This is at 5.6, this is at 5. These are okay, this puts it in orange. That's why Orange County is moving on to orange, and we're able to open up and move on to this next one. You had to be at it for like 3 weeks in order to be there. Riverside County, they're not there yet. They're at 10.4, sorry, and the positivity rate's too high. San Bernardino, too high, too high. San Diego, this is where it keeps it in substantial. And this positivity rate is excellent. This would move it to orange, but they need this one to come down more to be able to move to that next tier. So that just is an overview of what we're all looking at. I'm sure there's very few people that even understand it all. That's why I was bringing this, so that people to understand it a little bit more. And as far as the overall economy is concerned, this is initial unemployment claims. We went well below 1 million. We're at 881,000. This is the lowest level since we've been dealing with this COVID. So that's good news. But I want to show you where we were. So that's at 881,000 prior to this latest recession, this pandemic. The highest we ever got to was up here, and it was at 600 and a little over 50,000. So you can see at 881,000, it's still on a weekly basis, we're still beating where we were prior to during the Great Recession. So this Great Recession, but it was sticky. We're coming down a lot faster. And This is the 4-week moving average. You can see how quickly we're dropping, which is good news, but we need to drop further and we need to add more employed. And this is the monthly job growth, 1.4 million. It actually was expectations because government added quite a few jobs with the census because they started the census up again. And so embedded in this 1.4 million is a lot of government workers. So just understand that. But there are other industries that are coming back, and we're moving in the right direction. This was not moving in the right direction. This was negative. And unemployment rate right now is at 8.4%. Unemployment rate, 8.4%. You could see where that is in time. So during the Great Recession, we were before at 10.1%. Now we've dropped to 8.4% unemployment rate. So that's the overall unemployment rate, continued unemployment. And so we're now doing better than the Great Recession. So it came up really fast and it's coming down really fast. So you can see this was prolonged, protracted. This is coming down. I don't imagine it's going to continue to go down. It's going to start to trail off and look a little bit more like that. It won't be straight down, but better off than where we were. This is what happens when you shut down the economy and then open it back up. And these purchase applications, this is the people going out there getting an application to purchase a home. It's still up 28% year over year. It did come down a little bit week to week, but still 28% year over year is extremely strong. It's 15 weeks straight of year over year growth. It's 13 weeks straight of double-digit year-over-year growth. That just means that there's still going to be a lot of continued sales going forward for the next 60 days. That's what that tells me. And as far as St. Louis Fed Financial Stress Index, remember you need to be below 0 for it not to be stressed. We're at 0.4738%. It came further down from where it was last week. This is a really good reading. This means that we're the financing arm of the economy is working really well when it's below 0. It's not stressed. This is stressed. This is slightly stressed, but then fixed itself really quick. And I just want you to know that as far as unemployment is concerned, CDC and the state of California all did something this last week. And CDC announced it now across the United States. They don't want there to be evictions based upon COVID. And then we have the California. They too have put together an unemployment law. I have it on my Facebook if you want to take a look at the details of it. I'm not going to get into it all right here, but it forestalls any kind of unemployment. I meant to say evictions.
How's the battery?
Oh, we're good. Almost done. So she's worried about my battery. My batteries are good, my love. I'm going. So anyways, I meant not unemployment. Why did I say unemployment? I meant evictions. I don't know why I did that. So evictions. Evictions in the state of California now, they cannot evict through the end of January. But there's a lot of things that they have to do. They have to pay 25% of their monthly amount by the time they get to January 31st, all 25% for every single month from September 1st all the way through the end of January. So they have to at least do that to prevent themselves from being immediately evicted, and then they have to pay full starting February 1st. But there's a whole bunch of other myriad of things that everyone needs to see, and go take a look at it on my Facebook. So, and the United States, they still need to come together and do a long-term plan because we're running out. They need to do some pandemic relief that will get us through the end of the year to the other side of having a vaccine. So that's it. Reportsonhousing.com. You subscribe by clicking on REPORTS on housing.com. You get a month free if you use the coupon code Labor Day. And I do have a sample report section. And I want to thank Kevin Buddy for his continued support at Monarch Coast Financial, who they deal with more than one kind of borrower, with more than one kind of loan, everything from full doc loans to private money loans, everything in between. And he's got experience in spades. He's been doing this since 1976, so he knows what he's doing. He knows everything in and out. Like I know my housing economics. He is a brilliant man. So thank you, Kevin Buddy. Contact him as soon as you need help. 949-422-2075. He can help you with your financial needs. 949-422-2075. That's it. I think we should take this coat off and jump on a pool because the air conditioning is not on upstairs right now and I'm getting a little warm. How about you? A little warm up here? Yes. So we're ready to have some fun. So have a Oop, there goes the battery. Now it says 10% left. So I did it. Have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. We'll see you on the other side next Friday, 3 o'clock. Stay tuned. We'll even have a happy hour Q&A. So wish everybody a happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
Thank you very much. Have a super fantastic weekend. Be safe.